What would you do if you consistently hear a knock on your door at 3:16 a.m. every night? Not just once, not just twice, and it's just a particular rhythm. Today, a gentleman shares his nightmares with us. This is your anonymous OJ, and I would want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Let's go straight into the story. Hi, OJ. If you are reading this, it means I'm still here. But I don't know where here is anymore. Something is happening to me. Every night at 3:16 a.m., it starts the same way. 3 knocks. No one at the door, no footprints, no shadow, just knocking. I thought it was a prank until I saw what was knocking, or worse, what looked like me. Every night at exactly 3:16 a.m., something knocks on my door. 3 knocks, always the same rhythm. But when I check, no one is ever at the door. At first, I thought it was a prank until last night when I left my security camera running. And this time, I saw who was knocking. Or rather, what? It started a month ago, same time, same number of knocks, no footprints, no shadows under the door. I asked my landlord if anyone had lived here before. He went pale and mumbled something about moving on quickly. Wouldn't say anything else, so I decided to catch the prankster myself. Last night, I set up my phone to record, pointed it right at the door at 3:16 a.m. The knocking started. 3 slow, deliberate knocks. I checked the footage this morning. No one was there. But something worse was my door moved like someone was pressing their face against it from the other side. And then, clear as day, a voice whispered, "Let me in." I didn't sleep after that night. When the sun came up, I checked the door. There were scratches near the peephole, like fingernails digging into the wood. I ran my fingers through them. They were fresh. Someone or something was trying to get inside. My neighbor, Miss Jane, is the only other tenant on this floor. I knocked on her door, hoping she had heard something too, but no answer. Her door was unlocked. Inside, her apartment was empty. No furniture, no personal items, just dust, like no one had lived there for years. But on her knife table, there was one thing left behind, a note with just 3 words. Don't open it. That night, I sat by the door, knife in hand, 3:16 a.m. The knock came. 3 slow, hollow. I stared at the handle. It looked wrong, like it was turning itself. Then, in the silence, I heard it again. That whisper, "Let me in." I had 2 choices: open the door or run. My heart pounded. I grabbed the handle hand, shaking, and yanked the door open. The hallway was empty, but the air was wrong, freezing, heavy. And then I looked down. There was something at my feet. A package with my name on it, and smeared across the top in something dark and wet was a single word: welcome. I didn't want to touch it, but I had to know. I peeled back the paper. Inside was an old Polaroid photo of my apartment door. Only the photo wasn't old. It was taken last night, and standing in front of my door, staring right into the peephole, was me. I dropped the photo, my head spun, and then knock, knock, knock my door. 3:16 a.m. again. I wasn't alone anymore. And this time, I don't think I have a choice. OJ, I don't know what's happening, I don't know who or what is knocking every night, but I think somehow this has all happened before. And if I don't figure it out soon, I might be next. I didn't sleep. I taped the peephole shut, blocked the door with a chair. 3:16 a.m. The knock came. 3 slow, deliberate hits. I checked my phone camera to see outside. No one there. But when I turned the screen to selfie mode, I wasn't alone in the reflection. Over my shoulder, standing in the dark, was me. I spun around, nothing there. But the knocking, it didn't stop this time. It was getting louder, faster. Then through the door came my own voice. You have to let me in. My stomach twisted. I forced myself to ask, who are you? The voice outside answered, you. But you made the wrong choice. I pressed my ear to the door. My own voice whispered back, you shouldn't have opened it. Now you are stuck. But there's always a way out. My hands were shaking. What way? Silence. Then a slip of paper slid under the door. A handwritten note. My own handwriting. 4 words. Break the mirror now. I ran to the bathroom, stared at my reflection. I looked wrong, like the person staring back wasn't exactly me. My fingers twisted, my reflection didn't. The knocking turned into pounding. The entire room shook. I didn't think. I grabbed the nearest thing and smashed the mirror. The glass rained down, and then everything went silent. OJ, I ran back to the front door. The chair I used to block it was gone. The peephole tape peeled away. I reached for the handle. It swung open on its own. The hallway outside, it wasn't my building anymore. Everything looked the same, but wrong. The walls had no doors except mine, no windows, just an endless, dimly lit hall. And then I saw it, a figure at every end of the corridor, walking towards me. It was me. My other self stopped. I knew, somehow, that I only had seconds to decide. One of us gets to leave, and I don't think it's supposed to be me. The lights flickered, the wall creaked, and then my reflection spoke one last time. It's your turn now. I don't remember what happened next, OJ. I woke up in my bed, but something was off. My apartment door doesn't lock anymore. My phone has no missed calls, no photos, and the mirror I shattered, it's back. Perfect. Untouched, except now, when I look into it, my reflection doesn't blink. And every night at 3:16 a.m., I hear knocking from inside the glass. I don't know if it's still me. I don't know what happened if I answer the knocks again. But if you see your own reflection move on its own, OJ, run. What would you do if it were you that heard that knock at 3:16 a.m. every night for almost a month? Share your thought in the comment section, and this is your anonymous OJ. I'll see you in the next confession.